Oh. Hello there. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Tuesday's Thoughts, and I hope you're doing well. It's getting tough out there, folks, and so my today's thoughts go quite along with a webinar I just watched, and very, very good webinar, and it's about getting rid of the clutter in our life. There's so much negativity going on, and we're just at each other's throats, back and forth and back and forth, and it's just getting ugly. And one thing that he said you have permission to get rid of things. You can say no. In fact, more than that, he said every time you say yes to somebody, you are saying no to yourself. So think of this: if you're saying yes that you're going to get involved in a scrap heap over politics or whatever, you're saying you're taking up your energy, you're taking up your time, your thoughts, and you're saying no to something else, something better for you, something more that will edify you. And why is this? Why am I bringing this up? It's what I'm going through in my head. You know, I have been slowly weaning out Facebook friends. Some of them I still consider friends, and I put them on silent for 30 days. And it's just I gotta give my brain pause. You know, some of them I don't know. We met one way or another, whether it was through my craft or not, and it's just like, well, we have nothing in common. We're not talking. They don't talk back, and it's like I just don't want that negativity in my life anymore. And you know what? I have permission to unfriend them. I have a permission to do that. Other areas, slow down on the shows, on the Netflix, you know. In fact, we got rid of Netflix. We got Disney, but we don't watch that as much as we did Netflix. And we do watch and have screen time, but it's like, just cut it out. Slow it down, simmer it down. Too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the broth, right? That just means if you got too much there, you know, it's just, what is important? What is important to you? If you don't know, then that you need to stop and think about that. I need to stop and think about that. And that's a weekly thing, and we need to write it out, and just do that. Otherwise, we're going to get ourselves wound up so tight, especially before the end of the year with this voting thing that's going on, and the other thing is, we need to love on people. We need to say, yes, I'm going to love you and be kind. I'm going to withhold my words. There has been many times that I'm like, start typing out an answer, a reply to somebody, and I'm like, delete, just take that off. It's not worth the time. Number one, they're probably not listening. And number two, it's just going to get you riled up. It's going to be in your thoughts all day. That's the third thought that I wanted to bring up, that we need to direct our thoughts, right? You can direct your thoughts in a different direction, even if it's simple. It's just something I'm learning, I'm practicing now to help get the little voices in my head to stop staying on these little roads that are going to keep me from going to the big city or out to the country, wherever my goal is that day. You know, I want to accomplish this task, but these little side roads are keep trying to get me over here to thinking about this stupid thing and this stupid thing, and this person's treating this and this. Forget about it. There are important things in life, and we can't totally ignore them, but we can declutter them. Keep what's important, throw away the little stuff. You know, it's like that. It's like, I don't know if you ever seen Stephen Covey's analogy, and he's got this clear glass bowl, and he tells a story about how the person was supposed to put all these rocks, all this sand, all these pebbles into it, and that it was possible to get them all in. And so this person tried to get it in, and they couldn't. And they were putting it in the wrong way. They were putting in the sand and the pebbles, and then trying to fit the rocks in, and they couldn't. The rocks represent the most important things. What are you going to do? You know, these are the things you need to get done, the important things in life. Put those in first. Then you put the smaller things. They're kind of important, but they're not as important. And then those can go in, and they're going to fill in areas within the holes of the rocks. But then, you know what? You can still get more in there. And the sand then is then poured in. You can shake it around, and it goes to the bottom, and it'll fill up all those gaps, right? So the small sand bits, those are the things that really don't matter as much. They're fun, they're important, you know, but and sometimes they're a little important, but they're not up on the scale as the big rocks, right? So that person was able to get more in. Now he said you could take it another step further, and he took a pitcher of water, and he said there's still room in there, and there's air pockets in there, and he took water and he poured it in there and filled in the final gaps, so that glass jar was completely full. And that's just what we need to do. We need to just declutter, settle down, get into what is good, right? Books that is going to build us up and not tear us down. Be with people who are going to build us up, not tear us down, that won't tear down our community, our society, but that'll build it up, build up one another, love each other, love on everyone, right? This is what we need to do. We need to try and understand and think about what people are saying. Everybody has thoughts, and they have beliefs, and they have the way they feel. And that leads me to my last one, is feelings. Well, there's a lot of going on in feelings. I do it all the time. You know what? Our feelings lie. Our feelings lie sometimes. And they're there. They're there for markers, so we know. Like, if we have a toothache, we know we have a bad tooth, and we have to go get it looked at and fixed, right? Those feelings are there. They're real. But we've got to find out what the real issue is, and deal with that, and not look at just the symptom, because the symptom is just there as a marker to say, hey, go look at this. So those are my thoughts for Tuesday's thoughts, and I hope you have a blessed day. All right, go with God. If you're a believer, stay in God's word and pray. That should be the biggest rock that we put in our jar, and the Bible should be the next biggest rock that we put in our jar. Remember, God first, family next, and down. So this is Stephen. I'm going to sign off for now. You have a great day, all right? From my family to your family, have an awesome day, all right? I'll see you next time, all right? Bye.